Lesson 189. Salicite is in production. Peter and his colleague Alan are standing at an upstairs window looking down into the street. The radio is on.
It's 11 o'clock, and here are the news headlines. First, the salicite protector. The salicite protector has been in the shop since Monday and goes into general use today. The managing director, Mr. Peter Salis, and his company...
1st of April. Have you seen the weather reports? I thought it was going to be fine today.
On the contrary. Places in the west of England are reported to have been flooded.
In April? Mm-hmm. Well, I must say it's looking cloudy enough here.
You can say that again. The sky is black.
It's certainly going to come down in a minute. There, lightning. That was right overhead.
Ah, it's starting to rain. Good heavens, look at it come down.
I can see a lot of umbrellas being put up.
That's all wrong. They ought to have been handed in. People were told what to do, weren't they?
They were supposed to have been exchanged for the protector.
Oh, look. So many people have got the protector that the rain's flying up under the umbrellas. They're useless.
The protector shouldn't have been used until everybody had one. We did suggest there should be a handover day.
I suppose it couldn't be arranged in time. Look at them. They're rushing into the shops to get out of the rain.
Hey, do you see what I see? It's raining upwards. The rain's being turned back.
Your protector's changing the course of nature.
That's not what was meant to happen.
Here's the 6 o'clock news. Shoppers in London today were shocked to find themselves soaked by rain flying upwards. Apparently, this was an unexpected side effect of the salicite protector, a chemical compound designed to replace conventional inflatable umbrellas. The Home Secretary acted this afternoon to stop sales of the protector until the situation can be investigated. The director of the Weather Research Institute said this afternoon that mass production of this...
Lesson 189, Drill 1.
Was it well written?
It wasn't bad, but it could have been better written.
Was it well written?
It wasn't bad, but it could have been better written.
Were her ideas well expressed?
They weren't bad, but they could have been better expressed.
Was the play well presented?
It wasn't bad, but it could have been better presented.
Was the experiment well thought out?
It wasn't bad, but it could have been better thought out.
Lesson 189, Drill 2.
Are you pleased with the result?
I don't think anybody's likely to be pleased with it.
Are you pleased with the result?
I don't think anybody's likely to be pleased with it.
Are they surprised at the news?
I don't think anybody's likely to be surprised at it.
Are people delighted with the new building?
I don't think anybody's likely to be delighted with it.
Are people happy about the decision?
I don't think anybody's likely to be happy about it.
Lesson 189, Drill 3.
It was useless.
You ought to have known it would be useless.
It was useless.
You ought to have known it would be useless.
She was uncomfortable.
You ought to have known she would be uncomfortable.
It was unsatisfactory.
You ought to have known it would be unsatisfactory.
Peter was too self-confident.
You ought to have known Peter would be too self-confident.
Lesson 189, Drill 4.
Places in the west have been flooded.
Yes, and some places are sure to be flooded here too.
Places in the west have been flooded.
Yes, and some places are sure to be flooded here too.
Houses in the country have been ruined.
Yes, and some houses are sure to be ruined here too.
Workers in the factory have been dismissed.
Yes, and some workers are sure to be dismissed here too.
Politicians in the government have been worried.
Yes, and some politicians are sure to be worried here too.
Lesson 189, Drill 5.
My house has been very badly decorated.
Yes, your house ought to have been decorated more carefully.
My house has been very badly decorated.
Yes, your house ought to have been decorated more carefully.
These exercises have been very badly marked.
Yes, these exercises ought to have been marked more carefully.
My investments have been very badly looked after.
Yes, your investments ought to have been looked after more carefully.
Her children have been rather badly brought up.
Yes, her children ought to have been brought up more carefully.
Lesson 189, Drill 6.
I put the table in the garden.
What? But it was supposed to be kept indoors.
I put the table in the garden.
What? But it was supposed to be kept indoors.
We've let the boys go out to play.
What? But they were supposed to be kept indoors.
She let the kittens walk in the garden at night.
What? But they were supposed to be kept indoors.
She's feeling better. She's been out for a drive.
What? But she was supposed to be kept indoors.
They said America couldn't be discovered. They insisted that the earth was flat. But Columbus sailed around, and when he found America, that was that. If monkeys hadn't been put into space, man would never have got to the moon. But I've heard it said if we go ahead, there'll be elephants on Venus soon. But they said that it couldn't be done like that. And they said it wasn't meant to be done at all. And they said it was impossible for it to be done. But we went and did it, that's all, that's all. We went and did it, that's all. It's been said human nature can never be changed, and we know just what that's worth. For life is being discovered up there on Mars and destroyed right here on Earth. And they said that it couldn't be done like that. And they said it wasn't meant to be done at all. And they said it was impossible for it to be done. But we went and did it, and that's all, and that's all. We went and did it, and that's all. And they said that it couldn't be done impossible for it to be done. But we went and did it, that's all, that's all.